was embassy was Jitu Virwani. Jitu Virwani is the embassy. But now, as time has gone by, embassies become a brand.
Jitu sir, I want to know, like historically, we have seen and even we have read about that in the past, real estate developers who have tried to move out of their territory to go to different cities, they have either failed or have struggled. But suddenly, we are seeing a different trajectory or even the momentum of they are leaving their regular territory and moving to invest in Taiwan cities. So why do you think there's a sudden change in this scenario?
So I agree with you. I mean, I also used to say this that so when Unitech came to do in Bangalore, they failed. DLF moved out and came to some other cities, they failed. But then in Gurgaon, they do really well. And everybody has their own territory, and they do well because, like I said, owners buy want to make sure the owner is there. And it's not run professionally. But I think now with so all of a sudden, because there have been so many projects which are managed badly, and there's now become a reputation of a developer, people started looking at it more professionally. That I don't have to look at Mr. A, he owns the company, but look at the company, what kind of work it does. So Godrej is a classic example.
Yeah.
They're not also historically, family background is not real estate, but they know that Godrej is delivering time and again, and it's run. So I think owners, they don't mind buying from such places, and I think it's just the outlook has changed where it wasn't that old school thing that. So there was a time in my office, to come out of my cabin if we launched a project, I would ask the secretary that is there any customer outside? Because I had so many old customers. If I came out and bumped into one, we would lose like 5-10 lakhs on an apartment. Because even if my people negotiated, they would see me and say, "Oh, I'm such an old customer. I know Jitu when he was small," and blah blah blah. So it cost me like 10 lakhs to come out of my cabin. So that culture is totally gone. So there was a time, as far as I can speak for embassy, it was embassy was Jitu Virwani. Jitu Virwani is the embassy. But now, as time has gone by, embassies become a brand, and it sells on its own. I don't meet any customers, no people know. However, my sales team still complains that I get a lot of people who say, "No, I'm a good friend of Jitu's," but it's going away, slowly at that point. So now suddenly people are starting looking at brands. So I think it's the whole culture in the country has changed how to look at real estate because there are more, I would say, educated people who are buying and more, white collar people who are buying versus my father's time. The most people who were investing into real estate was somebody who made rags to riches story, running a textile, but the investment has to be real estate. 90% of the money has to be in real estate. But now you have people, buying stocks, investing in gold. They're kind of they have a mixed portfolio of investments, and mostly it's usage than earlier. I mean, very rarely now somebody comes and says, I'll buy 20 flats from you as an investment and then sell, which was happening in olden days. I'll buy a tower from you or something like that, but that is gone. Now, maximum you get a person to buy 2 apartments because he has 2 kids or something like that. So I think that has changed. So Shobha has been successful. Prestige has been successful. I think to some extent, even Salar Priya to some extent has been successful in being in different locations. So it's changing now.
Now we are seeing even Prestige has moved from Bangalore to expand in Delhi. They are even entering the Bombay market. So would we see Embassy Group as a brand moving from Bangalore to other cities as well to expand?
So as I mentioned earlier, once we complete our merger, India Board, which also has assets in other locations. So we have infrastructure, people already in those markets because licensing in each state, everywhere is a little differently built. The way it's sold also, like in Bombay, the super built-up area concept is different. In Bangalore is different, Hyderabad is different, Delhi is different. So I think you need to, but also somebody who's Bangalore-centric, when we go to a new place like that, needs to be a little careful. Also needs to, I always say that when you go to another place, you must have a little money to burn because you can't take the same amount of debt like you're doing in Bangalore, financial and building it. You need to put in a lot of your own money to see the product come out, prove yourself a little bit, and then once the sales start, and then it's an engine, which goes on again and again. But and now, of course, COVID changed this whole concept of Zoom and everything. People are now used to just dealing with people people in different cities, and of course you will find, embassy as far as all the cities where we have commercial, requirements. So you would see Hyderabad, NCR, Bombay, and Chennai, all of these places where you will find us there in terms of the residential properties.
True, and even after COVID, we have seen that buyers want to buy from the branded developers now.
Yeah.
And if they are entering, for example, even if Embassy enters in Bombay market or Delhi market residential segment, I'm sure buyers will be ready to invest, because what they have learned during the COVID is, because a lot of people face problem when they did not got the OC, or when they did not get the possession of the flat. So they realize it's better to associate with the branded developers.
It's true. I mean, because they know that ultimately, even if a project was wrong, there's chance of getting their money back. Somebody they can answer, because the person is worried about his reputation.
True.
But if you're a one-off developer, he's not worried about. And then the poor guy is really stuck. He's not going to, beg, borrow, sell everything and put in the money to do something. But while a branded name may not do well in a Pune project, but is doing well in Bombay, Bangalore, so he can sustain to hang on to this Pune project, complete it even when the sales are low, and give occupancy and all these things there. So I think it's very important, and what is happening in the country is moving in the right direction, and I think that will also make real estate more streamlined and disciplined.
So I also want to know from you, especially, that you have seen Bombay market, like maximum land are taken by slums, and then the developer takes and give it to SR and build proper rehabilitation project around it. So do you agree branded developers also should involve in redevelopment projects? Because right now very few, like Godrej definitely tried, but a lot of branded developers are shying away from such redevelopment.
So I think we would also shy away. It's too much risk.
Yeah.
And then you need a maverick person to actually clean it up, build it for the slum developers, and then whatever is developed to developer, maybe come to table on that case. Because the laws are such that tomorrow slum doesn't vacate, something comes, some problem happens, and you can't build your buildings, and you've got already money invested, you borrowed from banks, interest rates go up. Of course, some people start saying that 20,000 rupees flat has become 50,000, so I'm making money, but nothing happens, and the 50,000 again becomes 20,000. And you borrowed money at high interest. A lot of people got into trouble because of that. But it looked like less investment and more profit. All that glitters is never gold.
But don't you think the entry of the branded developers can happen when all people have agreed upon, like selling off their flat, and then the developers can come into the picture? Like, I'm trying to understand. It can be possible, right? Like where you can.
But the government regulations are still not so strong to disciplinarily get it executed.
Yeah.
The whole government machinery over there is like it's a danger line, and then you're already you're on fire. Now you need the government guys help to save you also.
True.
And then you get into a big mess. So I think that there is still opportunity to do things in a disciplined manner. And I think there's a lot of opportunity. I mean, I would think as a company, I would rather redevelop. If there's an apartment with 40 people staying, and they want to demolish that building and put it up, or actually staying in those apartments, versus doing the slum SRA projects, is because some of these people, even the slum guys, they get the apartment, they want to sell it to somebody else, and they are also as sharp as they. So they start pre-selling.
Yeah.
They say, I signed up with this developer, he's going to build, and I'm going to get so much square feet. I'm forward selling it and taking your money.
True.
I mean, I grew up in Bombay. I've seen this.
I'm sure, yeah.
Jodhpur problems,
Yeah.
So I think it's dangerous. I mean, so we would stay away from something like that.